Hi everybody, welcome back. In our last video we talked about custom levels with Sight Reading Factory, and in this video we're going to be talking about classes and the practice log and ways to check on students when they're doing assignments. Okay, so this is your main screen when you log into Sight Reading Factory, and so we're going to go ahead over at the top. We're going to go over to the classes tab. We're going to go ahead and click that. And here I'm going to go ahead and use my 7th period women's choir as an example. Okay. When you click in here, you can see the class when it was created, when it's going to end, enrollments, the levels that you've assigned to the class, and my favorite thing right here, the practice log. Let's go ahead and click on that, and you can actually go and see. It goes by week. This week, November 15th through the 22nd, we can see the time spent on practice logs for each student, okay, and how many compositions they've actually practiced through sight reading, okay? And so here we can see, 1 minute, 11 minutes, 9 minutes. We can go through, all of our class and go look and see who practices sight reading. And so I love these girls. Thank you guys so much for practicing. Shout out to all of them, okay? And so this is really cool. What can you do? Well, you can create a weekly practice log requirement. Create a 10-minute or 5 compositions, 10-minute or 5 compositions. I wouldn't recommend doing the compositions because then all I can do is just click the skip button, okay? But make a 10-minute practice log a week, all right? Imagine what we could get done if each kid at least practiced 10 minutes a week on their sight reading, okay? Or you can increase that time for whatever you want. I'm keeping in mind of COVID-19 and all the other work they have to do at home. I don't want them to feel like this is a burden, but I don't feel like asking for at least 10 minutes of at least some practice is going to be crucial, So anyways, you can use that as a way to gauge instruction every week. And then of course this is also evidence. You have this as documentation that a kid is participating or not participating, okay? Mostly all of our students are one-to-one now with Chromebooks and or some kind of device, and they can work on this. Sight Reading Factory also has an app on iOS. You can also access it through the Safari browser on iOS applications like iPhones and iPads. You can also use the Chrome browser on Android phones to access Sight Reading Factory, and it's very compatible with all of those things. So here's a great way to work on that with them. Now, assignments. What I do with my assignments is these are usually tests and or quizzes that we do during class, either for the first 30 minutes of class or the last 30 minutes of class. I allow them to log off, do their test, and log back on. The reason why I let them log off the meeting is because you obviously, if kids are asking questions or you're giving instructions to kids who have questions, that they're going to hear it while they're trying to do their test, and it can be distracting. And so I let them log off for 30 minutes. Well, then somebody might be like, well, what if that kid just goofs around for 30 minutes and then doesn't do it? Well, the great thing about any kind of assignment is that you can see when a kid starts the test. Like, it'll give you the start time. Like, it'll give you the date and time from when they started it and when they complete it. Okay, it won't give you date and time when they started it, but it'll give you the date and time when they completed it, okay? And so what I do is when I give them that time, I go over here, I go to my window, and I look, okay, who hasn't started? About 5 minutes in, to that 30 minutes, I'll go and I'll check. And they know this, okay? And so I can see those that have started, all right? And then I can see those that haven't started. These are girls with duplicate accounts. They accidentally created more than one account, and so they're here like 3 times. See, there's Samantha Guzman twice, like 3 times, and then she started it though on her other account. Whoops. You can also see how many attempts they made on the particular quiz. When you create an assignment, you can set a limited number of attempts. For my first couple of assessments that I've been doing at the beginning of this year, I've let them become unlimited. However, for their final or their midterm exam, I've told them that you're only going to have 3 attempts. And everything happening in the spring, once we come back from winter break in January, is only going to have a limited attempt of 5 attempts, okay? Most kids will usually do it in 1, 2, or 3, but then we have a few kids who are perfectionists or who struggle, and they want to do it multiple times, and I wanted to give them that try. So you can also, when you are creating assignments, you can set instructions and things like that, tips, whatever you want them to do, all those kinds of things. And I'll talk about how to create an assignment in another video. Sight Reading Factory also has their own assignments, assignment creation videos that you can watch as well. But yeah, that's another way I use Sight Reading Factory as a way to assess my kids to make sure that they're actually practicing outside of school, and it keeps them on their toes. So thank you guys. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you at the next one.